Today we're making a classic. This could be the ultimate artichoke dish. Artichokes Barigoule or Artichokes Barigoule. And today this is extra special because we've grown our own artichokes. And I can't think of a better way to use them than in this Provençal recipe. So let's begin. So I've actually just harvested one of the artichokes. So I'm going to start by removing some of the petals from the bottom and then work my way up. So when you get to about this stage, you want to take a sharp paring knife, 90 degrees to the artichoke, and then just work your way around until you hit the white of the artichoke. And then when the sides are clean, angle the knife and start working on the top of the artichoke like this. So this goes without saying, but please be careful. Knives are sharp. The trick is not to put too much force on the artichoke when you're turning it, but rather ease the knife through slowly. So now for the moment we're going to switch to a spoon, and we're going to carve out all of the sharp insides. So this is quite an older artichoke. I let this one grow perhaps too long. The inside looks a little bit different than the kind you'd get at the market or the grocery store, but it's going to be delicious. So now we're going to flip the artichoke over and we're going to work on the underside. So we're going to turn it until we remove all the green. Now we're going to go at the base of the stem and then just cut up. So the objective is to remove as much green or dark yellow as possible because it's quite bitter, but you're trying not to waste as much as the artichoke as possible. And there we are. There's our artichoke, all clean and ready to cook. Now artichokes oxidize quite quickly, so you want to keep them in water with some kind of acid, either vinegar or a little bit of lemon juice, and it will stay nice and white. So we're going to put this aside and start on the garnish and the sauce. Okay, hot pan, tiny bit of olive oil. Now I'm going to put in some nice quality pancetta, but feel free to use bacon or lardons, any kind of cured smoked pork product. So we've rendered the fat from our pancetta, and now I'm going to throw in some garlic. We've removed the skin, but we're going to keep them whole. Now we're going to add some carrot batons. You can cut them in any shape you wish. Next I'm going to add some celeriac or celery root, cut the same size. Some onion. So right now we're just going to sweat our garnish. We don't want any color. We just want to take a little bit of that sweetness from the vegetables. So now I'm going to add the artichokes. I've cut them into 6 pieces with a tiny bit of stem on each piece. So we're just going to sweat these together. This is on medium to low heat. No frying, no fast cooking. We're doing gentle, slow, simmering, sweating. I'm also going to add some radish, also cut the same size. The radish takes a little bit less time to cook and I don't want it to break apart, so add it towards the end. Add a tiny bit more olive oil. We're going to put a thyme sprig in there. Now I'm going to add some white pepper and some salt. We're going to give it one last little mix. So after a few minutes, we're going to add some dry white wine and let that reduce by about half. And now we're going to add some chicken stock. So we're going to turn the heat up a little bit and we're going to cover this. Let this cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. And our artichokes should be cooked by now. We're just going to take a cake tester and it should go right through, but not falling apart. So now we're going to add some cold butter, and this is just going to thicken the sauce. So we're just going to swirl it in there till it melts. So our sauce is still quite light, but it has a bit more body to it now. So now we're ready to start plating. So you can serve this however you want. If it's a casual setting, you can just take the pan and serve it that way, but today we're going to refine things a bit. So an elegant way to present this is to take the artichokes out first, have them going in different directions, pointing up, sideways. And then we're going to take the rest of the garnish, have things pointing in different directions, think abstract. And now we're going to spoon on our sauce. This sauce is liquid gold. It has so much flavor, so make sure you drizzle it over as much as possible. So just a couple more spoons of this. So we're going to finish up with some fresh herbs from the garden. We have some parsley and some fennel fronds. And this dish is quite light, so we don't want to overpower it with too many herbs. Parsley is actually quite strong, for example, so we just put a couple of sprigs on there, and we're ready to serve. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like to see further recipes and techniques, please like and subscribe. Happy cooking!